Darian was born in Kurdistan, and born early. At 33 weeks, to be precise, yellow, jaundiced, unable to breathe or open his eyes. There was nothing the doctors there could do to help him. But they had a controversial proposition: send Darian to Israel for help. While many Kurds are sympathetic to the Jewish state, their surrounding Arab communities remain hostile to it, prompting Darian's mother to hide her face for fear of the backlash.
The doctor in Kurdistan told me the doctors in Israel were very good, that they were the only ones that could save my child.
Dr. David Mishali was that help. Hundreds of Kurdish children have come through his heart surgery department at Israel's Sheba Medical Center. Israel offers some of the most advanced medical care in the region.
This kind of medicine, this kind of treatment really needs very high level of infrastructure. You cannot go into the jungle and just with a stitch and needle holder and correcting the congenital heart defects.
The standard of care in Iraqi Kurdistan is typical of underdeveloped nations and conflict zones. Its infant mortality rate is 28 per 100,000. 8 times that of Israel and Western nations. The war against the Islamic State and the ongoing Kurdish financial crisis have forced hundreds of specialist doctors out of the country every single year since 2015, and forced many Kurdish children to seek help in Israel. And that's being done by a charity called Shevet Achim, Hebrew for brothers dwelling together, a Christian charity that raises funds and files the paperwork to bring Kurdish and Syrian children to Israeli hospitals.
The medical cooperation here can be critical. Many of the hospitals in Iraqi Kurdistan have been destroyed, first by Saddam Hussein's rule and then by the 15 years of conflict that followed. Consequently, good medical care there is very difficult to find, and people with complicated cases must go elsewhere.
There had been a few small heart programs in Baghdad completely destroyed. The hospitals looted, equipment stolen, burned. And in a country that size, you're talking hundreds and hundreds of children born with these congenital heart defects. They can be fully healed, and yet they have absolutely no access to that care, being left to die.
The care doesn't come cheap. While the hospital foots some of the bill, families must often scrounge for resources and rely on the help of charities and NGOs, who are in turn dependent on donations. But the end product is a standard of care that is hard to match.
There is a Kurdish expression of thanks. Their hands are beautiful. The doctor's hands are beautiful here. They worked to exhaustion and spent the nights watching over my child until he opened his eyes.
While children like Darian are few and fortunate, the impact that these charities and hospitals have is felt for years to come. Ariel Levin-Waldman, I-24 News.